Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for coming all the way to Kiel. It's our honor to welcome you to the first ESRC workshop on trade agreements. And thank you for the interest and having come all the way to take part in these discussions, which serves to remind us that how important free trade agreements are. We hear so much about regionalism these days, and this isn't surprising, considering that very many of these agreements are operating and dozens more are under negotiation. There has obviously been a flurry of negotiation around regional trade deals in the last several years, and there has been a vast quantity of writing on this subject. One might well ask, why yet another conference on this subject? My answer to this is that I believe this workshop is asking a number of questions that have previously not been answered. So this workshop is not really questioning why regional agreements have sprung up, but the question that has dominated many a debate and many interesting explanations is what we are after. So the series of workshops that we propose to host looks at the regulatory, economic and social aspects and asks questions about how policymakers and businesses think about and react to the explosion of regionalism. As a noted economist once remarked, achieving free trade is like getting to heaven. Everyone wants to get there, but we are still trying to find our way. And hence, we decided to bring political scientists and lawyers to help us find the way. So we really look forward to an interesting discussion with all of you, and I hope that you will benefit as well from this from series of presentations that we propose, and I really look forward, both of us look forward, and thank you so much, and over to Maria for informing everyone about what the project is all about, and over to you, Maria.
Well, I'll be very brief. Thank you all for coming, and really the funding that we got is to organize a series of workshops, of which we've already informed you about. This is the first one. There'll be other ones in London, which is much easier to get to, Bath, hopefully in Brussels as well, throughout this year and next year. We've selected topics for each one of these, but certainly the way we both, I think, envisage this is for it to be an open network and for people to be able to come forward to us and say, well, actually, we think this topic would be quite interesting, or we think it would be interesting to discuss X, Y, and Z. I think, again, the timing, and I suppose that's what the ESRC also valued in the bid, is the timing. We've got a lot of things happening in terms of free trade agreements, not least the potential, the big question mark, free trade agreement between the European Union and the United States, and what that might mean, not just for these two blocs, but for the rest of the world. So I think this all happens at a very interesting time, and our idea is also for all of us together to be able to feed into public discourses on the matter. So we'll be launching the website tomorrow before we leave and showing it to you and saying more about it then. But that would be one tool also to get all of our names out there and to be able to participate in, in policy debates and with all of this. I think one of the important things in a lot of the papers over the next 2 days, and a lot of the conversation already over lunch was gearing in that direction, is the fact that we need to know more about the effects of these agreements. So, myself included, we've done the why states engage in these things, why they happen. And I think we're probably now at the right moment where we can start to get the data together from agreements that have been in place for maybe a decade, some of them for a bit less long, but we can now access some of that data to actually see how these things translate in the real world and what that means. So I think it's a really exciting moment to be discussing these issues, and I look forward to all of our discussions and our collaborations over the next 2 years. And hopefully beyond those 2 years as well. So thank you very much.
Yes, and so we have to inform them.